Welcome to another edition of NEBA TV. I want to talk about NEBA Convention, and in particular, one of the sessions at Convention, I've got with me Mark Radford, who's our legal advisor here for NEBA, provides a huge amount of help for us in all the work we're doing. Mark, we're going to cover the Royal Commission and a lot of other stuff. So what are the key things in Royal Commission you think brokers will be wanting to hear about?
Well, there were a significant number of recommendations that arose from the Royal Commission, as everyone's aware. Some of the key ones, obviously, we'll focus on the remuneration review. That'll have a significant impact on insurance brokers. You've got the anti-hawking changes proposed. We've got the design and distribution and product intervention powers of ASIC that are very significant to the industry in a number of respects. We've got the claims handling exemption that they're proposing. We've got disclosure proposals that the government's involved in, and unfair contracts changes. So there's a lot to cover, all of which have a significant impact on brokers and all of which are actually connected.
So the election's out of the way, government is now settling in, they're getting underway, and Treasury has already started to publish discussion papers in this area. And more will be coming out over the next 12 months. So we've got a lot of work to do, but there's a lot of stuff already on the table, and we'll be going through the key elements of that. Now, in terms of who is this important for? So clearly, I think this is important for the principals of the businesses. That's critical, I think, for them to be aware of what's actually coming down the pipeline. This is going to shape broking and insurance from, say, 2 years' time onwards. So what do you think the key things for the principals?
So for principals, it's all about strategy. If you don't understand what's going on and why it's happening, and the potential impact on your business, because things will affect insurers who you have relationships with, obviously your business and where you sit in the competitive market. And if you don't have a proper understanding about where things are heading or may head, depending on which position the government takes, you're pretty much not prepared for the future.
The other area, of course, which is the compliance area, that there's going to be a massive new set of stuff coming out which compliance people are going to have to be aware of, so that'll be important for them, I'd say. Yeah,
so compliance advisors for the brokers are going to have a tough couple of years. Look after them. And there are numerous issues, a lot of detail, some of it's formed, some of it's not formed. So yeah, they should definitely be on top of this stuff.
But even just brokers generally need to know what's going on, because this is actually going to impact ultimately on what they do and how they relate to their clients, what sort of advice, how they have to rethink their own little relationships and how they work. So from just brokers themselves. Yeah,
definitely. So, brokers need to understand why these recommendations came about, the types of conduct they were concerned about, and obviously, health check their own behaviours. Obviously, the future will affect how brokers will operate. So it's crucial that they understand, what's expected of them, and they can also participate in that strategy analysis.
So day 2 of NEBA Convention, Mark and I will go through all of these things and really highlight the key points that the brokers and right across the board, the principals and so on, all will need to be aware of these things. This stuff is happening, it is going to happen, and we'll look forward to presenting an overview of these matters for you at the Star on the Gold Coast in October. Thanks a lot.